Dozens of journalists and bloggers concluded an intensive 3-day training in the Lower River Region organized by Action Aid International The Gambia and their partners. The training focused on promoting positive youth participation in civic spaces and was meant to increase visibility for disempowered and marginalized youth participants in ways to promote inclusion in civic environments. Media personnel from different media houses and platforms used the occasion to interact and share good practices for in-depth storytelling, focusing on youth matters and professionalism in reporting. A series of presentations from Modu S. Juve and Alaji S. Jeng exposed participants to ethical reporting ranging from fact-checking for accurate information sharing to regional youth structures and policies, among many more, equipping journalists with adequate skill to hold duty bearers accountable. Suleiman Sise described journalists as key partners in their work, highlighting the significant role the media plays in the dissemination of information. Sise said the training will equip reporters to write compelling stories on young people.
Looking at storytelling, this is a very important way of journalists to bring people to understand what exactly people are going through, what exactly people are doing within their communities in terms of development. So we give them that tips to be able to develop a very engaging and important story and to give to the public to understand that this is what people are doing in their communities. This is how people are contributing when it comes to development of their communities, especially young people who are in the civic space.
According to the Knowledge and Communication Officer Saidou Camara from the United Nations Peace Building Fund, their aim is to support countries with high risks of crisis, focusing on youth and women inclusion, where journalists have a pivotal role to play in raising awareness and youth matters in national development, especially covering civic space to empower youth and women.
It was interactive because throughout the sessions you saw how each and every participant could relate to most of the presentations, sharing their experiences, giving encounters they've had that has made work either easier or difficult for them. And because most of the things that have been discussed as well were relatable to them. And it's very important that we have people who are actually involved with communities, especially at grassroots level here, because those are the ones who can actually send messages to where we need them especially.
Speaking on behalf of the participants, Aliou Cisse of the Alkamba Times and Maimouna Bajbande of Bansan Radio, respectively, expressed delight and appreciation to Action Aid International The Gambia and their partners for giving them such an important opportunity, saying techniques in fact-checking are fundamental components in journalism needed to uphold the ethical principle of the profession.
You can see during the sessions how quiet I was, because there are a lot of things that I'm just coming across. Sometimes when they talk about something like, let's talk about the National Youth Parliament, the National Youth Council, we have our regional youth organization out there, even village level. In fact, they have a VDCs among others. Under the VDC also you have what they call the youth organizations. So I just came across that, in fact, to be voted or to be voted for the National Youth Parliament, National Youth Council, you have to come from a youth organization, which I never know, to be honest with you.
Looking at the youth participation in civic space is very important. Of 3 days, we know that it's not sufficient, but when we go back to our various radio stations and media outlets, we can enlighten our other followers that are not fortunate to be part of this trend.
Amadou Wuri Jallo, Communication Coordinator of Action Aid International The Gambia, acknowledged the importance of the seminar, emphasizing the need for journalists to be professional, saying this cannot be achieved if their capacity is not built.
We believe the only way we can sustain peace is when people who are affected take part in decision making. This is why we believe it's important having this, the media, the journalists, the bloggers, poets to also come out, start reporting on issues around young people, because you will agree with me, we have young people with a lot of talents, but do they have the platform to explore these talents? Are they given the platforms? So this is why I believe it's important bringing this set of people to a training.
The training effectively equipped journalists and bloggers with the requisite knowledge and skill needed to report on youth activities as the Gambia moves to amplify youth contribution to national development. Saidou Camara, reporting for GRTS News.